girls in the United States, NCBW believes in inclusion, respect, racial and social justice, integrity, accountability, and collaboration. Today we have the honor of celebrating within CBW newest chapter, the Greater Savannah chapter, and acknowledging the beauty and brilliance in each of you. When anyone reflects on the history of an African American woman, they envision unparalleled physical, mental, and emotional strength. We do not need fictional Hollywood characters to explain our extraordinary abilities. We are good, old, wonderfully made Black women, and that is more than enough. While Wonder Woman and the Bionic Woman were running through parks in big cities with road signs and street lights, Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth were navigating through the hostile jungles of the South with snake-infested swamps, using the moon and the stars to guide an entire race of people to freedom. Personally, I do not think either Wonder Woman or the Bionic Woman could have survived those conditions, and throughout the plantation life certainly would have been left totally mortified. But it is part of the African American woman DNA to find a way to survive, to thrive, to make do, and get it done. That is just what we do. Even now, in the 21st century, we find ourselves far beyond the call of duty to rescue, nurture, and be the foundation of our families, friends, and profession, and every aspect of our lives. If you look in the dictionary under Superwoman, there must be a picture of each of you waving, saying things like, I got this, I will be there, I can do this, and just how much do you need? That is just who we are and what we do. You may not be a Hollywood big screen, you may not be on the Hollywood big screen, you might not even have an S on your chest, but nevertheless, we redefine super. It is difficult because we honestly do not know any other way. Being all that you are and all that you want to be is exactly what you should do by not surrendering to the simple and basic element of self-preservation. I want to remind you that it is okay to be who you are and say what you feel, because at the end of the day, those who mind do not matter, and those who matter do not mind. I want to encourage you to focus on your beauty, your strength, and your power, your institution, your spirit, and your intellect. Some things come naturally for us, and we must maximize and capitalize on those God-given gifts. A leader may rise to power, but that does not mean the people must accept injustice. It does not strip us of our right to civil disobedience and direct action in the face of a moral crisis. Imagine if Harriet Tubman had never challenged the institution of slavery, declaring, I freed 1,000 slaves, and I could have freed 1,000 more if they only knew they were slaves. Imagine if Rosa Parks had never taken a stand by sitting down in defiance of racial segregation on a Montgomery bus 70 years ago. Imagine if Fannie Lou Hamer had never testified at the Democratic National Convention, boldly proclaiming that she was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Imagine if Ella Baker had never dedicated herself to grassroots organizing. Imagine if Coretta Scott King had never carried forth the fight for justice and peace. Imagine if Bishop Marianne Hager Buddy had never stood in the National Cathedral and called for mercy for trans children, gay children, and immigrant children. I want you to think about the overlooked, the unheard, the sharecroppers, the service workers, the college students, the cafeteria workers, the PTA moms, and everyday people who dare to fight for a better world, refusing to bow down to forces of hate and evil, and neither should we. The state of the Black women at any given time in our history, meaning that we could not doubt incremental programs. We have used the history to learn, embrace, and take control of positive and define who we really are. The face of African American women is the face of change and the original face of diversity. Today, we have much to celebrate in our phenomenal women, trailblazers breaking down barriers, letting what we do command respect. As women, we have demonstrated that we can do everything, and we just let the men do the rest. When our power emerges, the world must take note, and in awe, they watch as we gracefully exclude unparalleled talent, unbridled skill, and winning, and winning again. Venus and Serena Williams. The playing field replaces the plantation, and we are the master of faith at Thea Gibson. We are writing history the way we want it to be written. This will be a she story and not a his story. Jackie Joyner Kersee. From slave ships to spaceship, Mae Jemison. From nowhere to anywhere, our brilliance and our beauty have no boundaries. When we are on the big screen, we are the leading ladies, innately taking control of the role we play because it is also the role we live. Diana Carroll. Academy Award, Cicely Tyson. Sure, we will take it, but it is for doing what comes naturally. It really is not acting for us. Ruby Dee. From pulling plows to paving the way, sacrifices have been made. From the shanty house to the White House, First Lady Michelle Obama. As a comrade and partner, we have taken the challenge. Dorothy Height. We have had the courage to take uncalculated risk. We are leading nations and leading people. Vice President Kamala Harris held the second highest position in these United States of America. It has been a struggle and a long time coming, but most of us have seen the changes. We are blessed that we can celebrate NCBW legacy of excellence and leadership, which began in 1981 with Jewel Jackson McCabe, our first national president, and other incredible leaders standing on their shoulders. Barbara D. Baptiste, the late Hattie B. Dorsey, Dr. Lillian Mallett, Leslie Mays, the late Marva Smith Battle Bay, Dolores D.D. Strong, Michelle McNeil Emery, Elizabeth Jones, and yours truly. So as we gather here today to celebrate the chartering of the greatest Savannah chapter, we must remember that our work is far from done. To whom much is given, much is required. We still have much work to do. You are the torch bearers. You cannot let the flame go out till greater price have been paid. As we reflect on the state of America today, if ever there was a time we needed prayer, that time is now. We must watch the administration and all of our elected officials be vigilant. In your face vigilant mentality, former Senator Jackson. Continue to stand with national organization, President Osby, 100 Black Men of America. To get people to the polls for every local and national election, it is critical. We must vote like our lives depend on it, because it does. We as Black women cannot continue to reject the politics of fear, hatred, and division, and focus instead on the words that define us: invite, inform, inspire, initiate, instruct, invest, innovate, and include. Black women have long been the backbone of this nation. NCBW will play an active role in reclaiming this nation's conscience by putting to rest old ideas and prepare to birth a more and fruitful land. This work begins now. We are women who have transformed communities. We are women who serve. We are women who are qualified and prepared to lead on the local, state, and national levels. To the Greater Savannah chapter, you have been given an awesome opportunity today. Tomorrow, you will awake to the reality that it is a new day. What will be your mark? I urge you to make it a priority to attend all national conferences and training programs, as it is a requirement to lead in NCBW. Please accept your membership with pride, dignity, and respect for our founder, past and present leadership. We are members who believe, like our friend, the late John Roberts Lewis, that when we're met with cynicism and doubt, we will hold fast to the values of truth, honor, love, and respect. And we will continue to follow his lead by getting into good trouble. Today, we not only congratulate you, but we stand with you on this journey. Please, NCBW members that are visiting, please stand and welcome the Greater Savannah chapter to our head.